Hello everyone, I'm Sigita here and Junk Journal. I have to say that first, Junk Journal is for sale. This is not custom order, this is for you guys. It will go up to my Etsy shop, and I will try to put that video up and my listing up on Etsy in the afternoon, so that you guys who are more than who are more in states can get it, because we are having like I think 8-hour difference. So because Carrie, she said right thing this morning, that when I list my journals you guys asleep, so there is no really chance to get it. But anyway, yeah, that's not a problem. I will try to list my journal late afternoon my time, so that will be early or morning in States. Okay, junk journal, very junk, very journal, very junk. Now one exact theme is vintage and everything. It's vintage, everything, junk. Is a large one this time, is 6 by 8.5 on large rings. You know guys, I love rings because you can take things out or reorder, put things in. That I think is very handy. 57 pages in total. 57 pages. They're not full pages as in my junk journals. There is no full pages, but most is a full page. This time I left space and pages for writing. I embellished quite a lot, but not every page as usually I do. So 57 pages, which gives us 114 writing sides. So that's I think quite reasonable. So I put everything together. There is some new things I tried out. There are new techniques in this journal as well. I added some tassel. I'm not sure it needed here, but I quite like it. So you guys, if you don't like, you just chop it off or whatever you want to do with it, or add to another project. Cover, this is crazy collage cover. Blue roses, and the blue roses is fabric, is cotton fabric, and inside is a chipboard, and I just decorated both sides. So on the back here is little collage, and collages on the front. Oh, a lot of things here. Book page, and these two pieces here from my wood and nails paper collection. I wanted to do actually from very beginning something with that collection, but when I started to make it, my thoughts changed. But I left it on a cover. This is little bit. This is I can't remember which paper collection, and I put over die cut negatives, some laces and pompons and some bling, a little bit of paper doily and large butterfly. It's not really properly glued on, so wings are like flying. A lot of black thread stitching around as well. Yeah, so let's get in. So guys, I have to just make sure, maybe I have to zoom out even a little bit more. I see like that. So instead of the front cover, book pages, doily, this rose I think is from one of Daisy's or Tsunami Rose paper collection, and black thread sewing. So black thread goes around everywhere. I made like little reinforcers with book page. I just punched out some flower and I put as reinforcers for pages. This brown is craft card, so it's a bit thicker than the rest of the pages. There are different paper as well this time in this book. So here is stamping, some paint, layering, some stitching, so you can see stitching through this side, and you can see here and here I just a coffee stained and inked. Everything is coffee stained and inked. Obviously I cannot do without that. So here, as you can see, I put some reinforcers and I spread a little bit with teal as well for more interest. And so here is quite a lot of journaling space. Here is some layering, and this is tea bag. Stamping here. This is paper from whatever journal I got it, and I sewed between layers. I sewed a book page. This is for cotton fabric and some lines for writing. But as well, guys, I thought if you have a patterned paper, it doesn't mean you cannot write on it. Of course you can. And I think especially it looks really cool with colored pens, because I love colored pens. I do love lilac or purple. I can show you. This is my favorite pen. I don't like blue. I don't write with blue pens. So if you write in colored pens, I think, or pencil, I think that's fine. Here I as well I covered with white paint for writing. This is stapled on. This is wrapping paper and some old button. And again, check paper, plain for writing. I reinforced a doily and I sewed it. And again, here is space for writing, half page. I just thought they were interesting. I sewed around. This is crinkly, very loud wrapping paper, and just stapled a little bit here too. And tea bag I glued on this side. Here is again the design paper from whatever journal. It was of some kind of magazine, a journal magazine. So I did some layering and stamp. This stamp is a new one. This one here. You can see better. I just got it. I love it. On the other side, I put on as well a little bit of tea bags and coffee dyed paper. This one is handmade paper. It's a little bit thick, but that's fine. I sprayed with acrylic spray and die cut negative and embellished with lace some button here. This is like sheer fabric, just because of teal and blue. I thought I can embellish that with paper and old lace. Here is just stamp, so this is for writing. This is card Crafty Arena sent to me, so I coffee stained it and I put in black card stock, and this is embossed with script. So I just decorated this side with a lot of layering, and this side I left plain, so you can do whatever you like to do. This one is, can I remember now, glossing bag. So I coffee stained a large one, just coffee stained. I didn't cover it because that staining is just gorgeous. Coffee stained book page, and I decoupaged some rose and white paint on this side. Again, this is, I think it's time card, right? And I sewed on a little bit of that fabric. Again, it's another stamp I got. It's a new stamp, so I use that in this book. Here is craft card, white paint, and this is embossing with black embossing powder. So that's new again. I got black embossing powder and I just love it. And I just sewed it over coffee stained cotton fabric and tab here. And here is the die cut negative paper for writing again. So this is unusual for me to leave so many pages untouched. Here is a large coffee stained envelope, so I embellished here with a book page and the butterfly die cut negative, and embellished this side as well, some stamping and acrylic spray. Craft paper again with some white paint, tea bags, book pages, stamp and tab down there. embellishing with old lace and rusty pin. And again we have few pages. This is I like that turn page, and embellishing here, and this one as well. I like it. This is cotton fabric and some stamping. So I just sewed right on a page, and I left it to see from another side because I like it, gives a really nice vintage look. Again, this is craft paper. This is cotton fabric, a white paint and die cut negative with some book page and tab. Handmade paper, cotton fabric strip, and I sewed all on. Some spraying here and stamping. Again, I put on another large envelope, embellished it with some paper layering and layering here with die cut, and obviously black thread sewing goes over. Craft paper here again, white ink stamping, paper layering, and this side I put some coin bag, so this is lovely with stamping. Under I put book page and tab, and again spraying and some writing space. Here I stapled on craft paper, but it's wrapping paper, but it looks like craft paper. And these watches are embossed, black embossing powder, so that looks absolutely gorgeous. And I'll put some layering down here too. Very small but very interesting. I sewed the in different directions on some different kind of paper. This paper is from my paper collection, and then is check paper and coffee stain paper, and you can see from this side I sewed it on. Again is some writing space, book page with decoupage and white paint over here. Here we are having stamping, again plain for writing, craft paper with white paint, black stamping and layering, and I stapled on that wrapping paper, so that looks really cool. This one here is a envelope. I just tear off half of it, and look, makes a really nice pocket. So I stapled on old lace and book page. This pin, you can take it off if you like, or pin something if you want in that envelope. I sewed around with black, and this is fabric strip. Here's again like half page, and I sewed on a little cupcake images as little tabs, so you can see sewing here. This page is from book. I don't know which book, whatever it is, I just found it in my stash, and I loved that image, and I thought that will really nicely go with this book, so I put it in, and I left as it is with whatever it was in a book, so that's really cool. Again, I have writing space. Here is very small paper and embellished with book page, and I stapled it on, and this little piece is from some paper collection. Stamping here. This is paper bag, lunch bag. And this one, guys, when I put on this morning from the tea bag tab. That is really cool. I love it. So I embellished that lunch bag with a tea tab. And inside is surprise. I made a large collage journaling card. This is plain, and this is, I love this collaging. I absolutely love it. And with black thread, it just looks gorgeous. Okay, and again for writing, black cardstock embossed, and this is I made like kind of tried to make a fabric rose. This is just coffee stained cotton fabric, and I sewed on, this is kind of green thread, so that looks quite nice too. Little cupcake here, and here again is grey craft card with some tab, and I put paper down and die cut, and I went over with white paint. Here is book page sewed on and strip of fabric. Space for writing, book page with decoupage, and I just brushed over white paint. White paint on this craft card, tea bags and stamping, and white paint with clock stamps, vintage image, and there is another paper from another paper collection, and I stapled on wrapping paper. So that stapling, I really love it. It gives a very vintage look. So inside of the back cover, this is a pocket here, so you can put nicely in whatever you like. Again, this is just collaging of different papers, book page, and some piece of lace. And back of the journal, we are having book pages, some embossed paper. This is I printed something out on a photo paper. What it was, I don't know, but I loved this piece with these roses on, so I put it on. A little bit of flower lace here. So our piece here under is little piece from wallpaper. So a lot of different papers, little nice tabs is hanging out this side. So it's quite junk. It's quite junk. Okay guys, so if you have any questions, obviously, sorry, please ask. I will be happy to answer. So, and what else, what else? Yeah, that's about it. This journal goes for a sale, as I said, it's going to be available, and I will be making journals like that more. At the moment I'm making custom order is for Debbie, so that is on as well, and I have in my mind another similar journal to that, but with sewn in binding, I think. But we will see how it goes. Okay guys, thanks a lot for watching. Any questions, please ask. Have a great, lovely, sunny, enjoyable weekend guys. Bye!